Welcome back to another DIY Labs video tutorial. Let's do this!
Car repairs could cost thousands of dollars. Engine problems to a blown tire? No one wants to be stuck on the side of the road due to them. Basic preventative maintenance can reduce the cost and prevent surprise repairs to help prevent you from being stuck on the side of the road. Running your engine low or out of oil can cause your engine to seize. This on average costs $3,000 to $4,000 to repair.
You're going to want to make sure your car's been off for about an hour and not running. You're going to want a rag for this process. So go ahead and remove the oil dipstick, which is usually yellow in color. You're going to wipe that and then reinsert it and pull it back out. This ensures an accurate reading. Once you pull it back out, you're going to make sure your oil is between the two safe full marks. If it is, go ahead and reinsert it and you're good on oil. If you do need more oil in your car, you're going to want to locate the engine oil fill. Check your owner's manual for what oil is recommended for your vehicle.
If you don't check your brake fluid, you run the risk of running low or out. This can cause you not to be able to stop and can cause an accident.
This is usually located on the driver's side of the engine compartment. You want to locate the max fill line and make sure the fluid is up to that level. If it is, you're good to go. If not, you'll want to add more brake fluid. You can buy that at any auto parts store.
The lack of tire maintenance is the leading cause of tire blowouts and flats. Not inspecting them or checking your air pressure can cause this.
To find the appropriate tire pressure, you'll locate the PSI sticker found in the driver's side door. On this vehicle, it requires 32 PSI for all tires. Now you want to uncap your valve stem and take your tire pressure gauge and press onto the valve stem. It'll then show you the reading.
Once you get the tire PSI reading, you want to see if it matches the sticker. If it does not, you want to use an air pump or an air compressor to fill it up to the correct PSI.
When checking your tires, it's also a good idea to check your spare. Most spares are either located underneath the vehicle or underneath the floorboard in the trunk. As mine is found underneath the floorboard, you'll see it's a temporary use spare. This means it requires a higher PSI than the other tires on the vehicle. You'll just want to make sure it has the correct tire pressure for what it calls for. While I'm underneath here, I'm also going to make sure I have the jack and lug wrench. That way I'm set in case I do need it.
Not checking your power steering fluid can reduce your car's turning performance. The steering wheel can also become more difficult to turn. If you run the pump low or out of oil for a prolonged time, the power steering pump can go bad. To check it, you'll want to locate the reservoir for it. Your owner's manual will show you the location for it. Once you locate it, you want to see if the markings are on the outside of the reservoir or if the cap has a stick with them in it. You want to make sure the fluid is within the safe markings. If it is, you can recap it. If not, you'll need to add power steering fluid. Power steering fluid can be purchased on Amazon or any automotive retailer. Once your fluid is full, you're ready to move on to the next maintenance tip. Checking your transmission fluid is an important preventative maintenance step. Some cars have sealed transmissions, so checking it will not be possible. If you don't know if you can check it, you'll want to look in your owner's manual. You'll want a rag or paper towel before you begin. Once you locate the transmission dipstick, you'll want to pause. You need to have your car running and in park. Be careful as the belt is rotating and you don't want to get hurt by placing your hand in the wrong area or by any moving parts. Once the car is running, remove the dipstick and clean it. Then you'll replace it and remove it again. Look at where the oil is. You want to make sure it's in the safe area. Most dipsticks have two safe markings, one that says cold and one that says hot or warm. If the car's been parked for a few hours, you'll want to use the cold markings. If it has been driven recently, the hot marking will be what you're looking at. If the oil is not within the safe markings, you'll want to add oil. Check your owner's manual for the correct oil needed. If you are good and don't need to add any oil, replace the dipstick and your transmission fluid is all set. If you're experiencing overheating problems with your car and the coolant is full, you'll probably want to clean your cooling stack. If you're not having overheating issues, it's still a good idea to clean it before summer or a long road trip. A cooling stack has a radiator as well as the condenser for your AC. Some cars will have oil coolers and other additional coolers within this stack. But they all have the same thing in common. They have tubes that run through them, and attached to those tubes are little metal fins. Now, these fins will get clogged with road debris and gunk, so they need to be cleaned. To clean the cooling stack, you'll want just a few items. A garden hose with a spray nozzle, some degreaser if your stack is looking really gunky. I'll leave some links in the description for degreaser I recommend. When spraying it, you'll want to remember not to use too much water pressure, as this may cause the fins to bend and become less efficient. To begin, you'll want to start by rinsing out the stack. If it's looking really gunky, this is where you'll start spraying the degreaser on it. Once you have the degreaser sprayed on there, you'll want to let it sit for about 15 minutes and then rinse it out again. You'll want to repeat this until the water comes out clear. Once the water comes out clear, you're good to go. If it's still coming out kind of dirty, keep rinsing out until it comes out clean, and once it's clean, you're good to go. Now that you've checked your fluids, tires, and done all your preventative maintenance, you're ready to hit the road. Remember, with the preventative maintenance, you want to do it about once a month to make sure your car stays in tip-top shape. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications of future videos.